James was 16 the night he came face to face with something he still struggles to explain. He grew up on a modest ranch near Shiprock, New Mexico, right on the edge of Navajo Nation land, the kind of place where stars stretch endlessly across the sky and silence after dark feels thick and alive. His family had lived there for generations. They respected the land, and even more than that, they respected the old traditions. James had heard whispers growing up, stories his grandmother only told in hushed tones while lighting sage and cedar. Stories about things that roamed the desert after dark, shapeshifters, witches, skinwalkers. His grandma had rules you didn't break. Don't whistle at night. Don't speak their name unless you have to. And above all, don't go outside if you hear something calling you. James always thought those rules were just part of old superstitions, until the night he was left alone. It was late October. His parents had gone to a funeral in Gallup and wouldn't be back until the next afternoon. The sun had set early. By 9 p.m., the desert outside was pitch black, not even a breeze, just dead silence. He made himself a sandwich, fed the dogs, and settled in to watch a movie. Around midnight, just as he started to nod off on the couch, the TV flickered. Then the power went out. At first, he thought nothing of it. Old house, rural grid, happens all the time. But then, he heard something. Knocking. Slow, deliberate. 3 knocks on the back window. James froze. He waited, listening. Nothing. Just silence again. Maybe a bird, a branch. He tried to shake it off. Then, 3 more knocks. This time louder, closer. Not from the back, but the side window. Something or someone was moving around the house. James stood up quietly, heart pounding. He went to the window and peered through the blinds. There, just beyond the porch light's edge, he saw it. A man, crouched low to the ground. But something was off. The way he moved, it wasn't natural, like his limbs didn't quite know how to work together. He was naked, but his skin looked too pale, too stretched, like leather pulled over bone. His eyes were glowing slightly, reflecting the moonlight like an animal's. James didn't breathe. He didn't move. And then the figure slowly stood up. The way it rose was wrong, like the bones were rearranging themselves inside the body. James felt his stomach twist. Then the thing spoke. "Let me in. I'm cold." But the voice was all wrong. It sounded like a person who had never spoken before. Choppy, garbled. The tone was low, rasping, like it was mimicking human speech, like it had heard people talk, but didn't understand how. James stumbled backward, knocking over a lamp. The noise startled the figure, which jerked its head toward the sound, snapping its neck in a way no human could. Panicked, James ran to his grandfather's room and grabbed the old shotgun he kept by the closet. He locked himself in the bathroom, the only room without windows, and sat on the floor in the dark. He could hear footsteps outside the house, slow, scraping, as if it was dragging one leg. Then it started whispering, over and over. "James, let me in." His blood ran cold. He hadn't said his name aloud that night. He stayed there until the sun rose. When he finally emerged, the house was quiet. The doors were still locked, but outside, there were tracks. Footprints circling the house, bare human feet but with claw marks. And one window had deep scratched lines, as if something had been trying to claw its way in. When his grandmother returned, he told her everything. Her face went pale. She didn't speak for a long time. Then she gathered sage, cedar, and cornmeal and began a cleansing ritual that lasted 3 days. A medicine man was called. The house was blessed. Every door, every corner, every window. His grandmother told him very quietly, that thing wasn't lost. It wasn't cold. It wanted you. It knew your name. James never stayed alone again, and to this day, every October, he hears it. Not every night, but some nights, just before sleep, he hears that whisper return. James, let me in. He doesn't answer. He doesn't move, because now he knows. If you heard those knocks too, maybe it's time to subscribe. Hit that bell so you never miss a midnight story. Like the video if it gave you chills. Comment below if you've ever heard your name whispered in the dark. Share this story with someone who dares to watch alone. And remember, sometimes what knocks isn't looking for shelter, it's looking for you.